gentlemen, and welcome to the Owlet Tournament. This is a special match of the Minors Division between Licorice Whip and Echo 6. Good evening, everyone. I am your caster, Hotohori, joined with a special guest today. It is his first time here casting for the Owlet Tournament. You might know him from Expandable Odyssey. It is RippinPippin. How you doing, Rip?
Oh, I'm doing great, Hodo. How are you?
I am absolutely fantastic, and you are going to be calling two teams in your division with Licorice Whip and Echo 6. How excited are you to see this matchup?
I mean, this is one of the matchups I think that a lot of the minors players and coaches are looking at. Licorice Whip definitely a team that's kind of brought it together more with like the addition of Raza at coach and E6 kind of making some changes. We're not sure how strong they are yet. They're making a playoff push, so I mean, this is gonna be a great game to watch.
Absolutely. Let's introduce the players here coming in from Licorice Whip. At your supports, it's going to be John Belushi, Kittens, PLS, and Pearl. Tanks will be Sarah, DG, and Sin City. Sithra will be your flex, and at DPS will be Tomiko and X-Spark. It looks like the starting lineup here for Licorice Whip will be Sarah DG, X-Spark, Tomiko, Sithra, John Belushi, and Sin City 323. You played them on Sunday, RippinPippin. How do you feel the new and improved Licorice Whip actually came out of that match?
I mean, Licorice Whip, as much as they get like bagged on for having an 0-10 record and being like what people call the Shanghai of the stage, that doesn't tell like the whole story. Like we played them, and the first map on Oasis, although we did win like 2-0, it was a lot closer than what people think. Like we went 99-99, so that's really is just one mistake, one lost team fight, one mistake could have ended up Oasis like going in favor of Licorice Whip 2-0.
Yeah, so you're seeing a lot of improvement coming out from the team. So a lot of the time, scorelines will not tell the true story of a match. So let's introduce the players here from Echo 6. It is on supports, Recedes and D-Seals. Cheese, Nips, Samson, and Justine are going to be your tanks. Jeff Bott is listed as a flex player. Cruise Ship, Brave, PLM, and Marcus are your DPS. Your starting lineup for Echo 6 is going to be Brave, PLM, Samson, Justine, D-Seals, Marcus, and Jeff Bott. Echo 6 here, actually their record is 4-7, not 6-5 that you see here up on the screen. Tell me a little bit about Echo 6 here. You know they're a team that are on the up, but what do you think that their additions have done here for Stage 2?
I mean, they did lose, I believe, 3 players. They lost Brutal One, they lost Sioguli, and they also lost Warden. But they brought on Brave PLM and Marcus. And honestly, like, I saw yesterday's game, Echo 6 versus BP, and Brave PLM he was doing a great job on the Doomfist and flexing to all these different kind of DPS that the team needed. Marcus was doing a terrific job with playing Sombra. And as a whole, this team like looked very strong against like I believe like a weaker BP. So we're just gonna see here today if they can like bring the same energy that they brought to last game.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at what the maps they're going to be playing today. It is the Stage 1 map pool, so it will be Oasis, Gibraltar, Volskaya, and Numbani will be the 4 maps that will be featured. If we go to a 5th map, it will be Nepal. Rip, any favorites here? Any favorites that you see on the player listing? Uh,
For the maps,
yes, for the maps. Excuse me, not player listing, the map listing.
I'm personally a big fan of Gibraltar. I love like the widow duels that can happen. I love the monkey versus monkey.
Mhm.
But Oasis, I think, is gonna be a really fun map to watch for both these teams.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a really good time. And based on what you see, what you told us, Oasis might be very, very competitive here for Licorice Whip. Let's just also take a look at what other games are going to be live here right now. So, occurring on the Thea Beer channel, it will be Flashpoint and Otter Oxide. That's a battle of the top 2 here in the Minors Division. That's kicking off right now. And on the Owlet Tournament channel currently, it is the Furious Unicorns and Wisdom OW from the Majors Division. Unicorns up 2-0 from what I understand. Going on right now, and they're, I think, in the process of their 2CP match. So it looks like we're going to be ready here and ready to go. We're going to be starting here off on Oasis, and it will be Licorice Whip here in blue and Echo 6 here in red. Any predictions, RippinPippin, about this match as a whole?
As a whole, it's going to be tough to call. I mean, Licorice Whip does look a lot better, so I don't think it might not be a 4-0. Like we might see another map win here. But Echo 6 is a good team. You know, they're pushing for the playoffs, so it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough game here. So it looks like both teams are ready. They were sort of waiting for us as we were going to finish here our play of the our sort of little mini intro. So once we get in, it will be Licorice Whip here and Echo 6 here on Oasis. We're starting the map right now, so here we go.
Welcome to Oasis.
It'll be interesting to see what map that we start on with. When you guys played them on Sunday, what were the two maps that you played here on Oasis?
We played, I'm not too good with the names, but we played this one. I believe this is called University.
Yeah, this is University. That is correct.
Yeah, we played them on University and Gardens, I think it's called. Oh no, City Center. Is that the one with the high ground on the right and you can fall off?
Yes, that is well, that's not the one with the section in the middle. The one is City Center is the one with the big pillar in the middle, and then it surrounds.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, no. So it was University and Gardens then.
It was University and Gardens. Well, we're going to be starting here on University. So this is a very usually Reinhardty map. So we're probably going to see a couple Reinhardts come out here, and that's what we're seeing here. Looks like Sarah DG for Licorice Whip, and Sin City here will be going with the Rein Zarya combo, but it looks like it's going to be Rein Diva on Echo 6. Well, how do you feel about the tank combinations on both sides?
I mean, Echo 6 coming out with the Somber Goats. We've seen some of that stuff happen in Owl. But, I mean, I do prefer the Rein Zarya. You know, your Rein, you enable your to do a lot more work. You know, you can bubble them. So, I mean, it's gonna be depending on how Sin City really enables Sarah in this fight.
Yeah, so it looks like Tomiko will also be on the Pharah here, shooting up. They really don't have a hit scan, so it's going to be very difficult, but 2 down already for Licorice Whip here on this engage, so they're just being run over here on the front line. They're being really ruthless about his Jeep Nips. Takes out Tomiko also, so Licorice Whip immediately have to sort of fall back, and it will be an easy point take here for Echo 6.
Yeah, I mean, that fight, Marcus kind of went on the high ground, got an initial hack on the Moira, I believe, and kind of got free fire into the team. No one really paid attention to her, so you're going to have to look out for the Sombra a lot more often.
Yeah, Echo 6 here have a little bit of the chip on their shoulder because back on the nest, it was us sort of predicting that Licorice would have a better result here on this map, but it does not look like it as they're coming out firing as another 3 kills here coming on the side here of Echo 6, pushing Licorice Whip all the way back to spawn. The beginning here has not been a good start here for Licorice Whip at all.
Oh yeah, for sure. Echo 6's aggression is really taking control. I think Cheese Nips, you know, with the Brig, I mean, in any Ghost composition, the Brig's aggression really sets the tone with the Rein and Zarya, or Rein and Diva. Oh, in comes the bomb.
Ooh, big shatter coming in to just sort of close in there. Sethra got taken out by the bomb. 2 more kills here from Echo 6 as they're pushing in again. Licorice Whip has not even seen a sniff of the point since the very beginning of this map, so they have to regroup again. Is there any changes that you think maybe that might have to come out of this lineup for them to sort of break through?
I mean, I'm not too sure here. Like, they have a lot of ults coming online for Licorice Whip. You know, you have the Barrage, you have both your support ults and the Reaper ult coming online. So, I mean, if I'm Licorice Whip, I'm trying to get out the Zen ult so you can get a free barrage in. Yeah,
Sarah's got to be super, super careful here. And again, she goes down, being taken out. So, X-Mark here with a spin there from the Reaper. Unfortunately not getting out, but Samson goes down here. So, Rein trade actually in progress, but Sin City going down is going to be a big, big pick here. No main tanks out for a Licorice Whip, which forces them back into spawn. Sarah DG here tentatively coming out, but is now going to be followed back in by the supports. There's nobody coming in there. Coalescence coming out here from the Moira as all ults are up here for Licorice Whip. Somebody's got to get onto the point or they're not going to be able to trigger it. They do touch.
Oh,
EMP, yeah, big shatter and an EMP coming out. It looks like they're finally able to make it to the point, but Sarah DG gets taken out here. Tomiko also getting taken out at the point. Now it's just going to be a matter of sort of clearing the point and seeing what they can do. X-Mark trying to get in there, trying to take out anybody caught in that grab. Not going to be able to do so. Belushi gets up Sarah DG, but unfortunately she's by herself, and it looks like Synthra gets taken out also. It's going to be John Belushi trying to keep Sin City alive. Sin City doing a pretty decent time of stalling onto the point here, but there's nobody coming back here from Licorice. Overtime ticks down, and it is 100-0 here for Echo 6. Echo 6 maybe taking this a little personally and not giving any room at all to Licorice on University.
Yeah, I mean, Echo Six's aggression there was like
Ready for
definitely
battle.
what made the fight and what made the map a lot more harder for Licorice. You know, the goats comp is known for its aggression, right? So running non-goats into that, you know, it's a lot harder. Your Pharah has a little more work, but I mean, good job to Echo Six. Like Pharah is a known counter to goats, right? But
Hmm.
they dealt with that very well. So I mean, we're seeing the same lineups kind of come out again. So
4,
hopefully you get a different result
2,
here for Licorice Whip.
1.
Yeah, I think what happens a
Round
bit is I
2.
think Tomiko needs to
Capture
get a
the
little bit
objective.
farther away and a little higher up so he can sort of free fire those rockets into the air. There really isn't a hit scan except for Marcus really on the side here of Echo 6 that is going to be able to sort of take them out. She just needs to keep firing. X-Spark though with a big kill on the Samson, but it's a Rhine trade. So because Sarah DG also goes down, but they're getting a little bit of an advantage here. Sarah DG comes back with the res here, so now the advantage here on the side of Licorice Whip. Licorice Whip able to take down two more, but Sarah DG goes back down again to Marcus. Marcus just being a little bit of a nuisance here, and now it's only a Lucio onto the point. Great shot there by Tomiko, taking out DCLs, and it is a point win here for Licorice Whip. Right here on Gardens, maybe this will be a new start for them.
Yeah, I mean, right there, Sarah DG, they initially traded the Rhines, but John Belushi got a really good res back on Sarah to bring her back up into the fight, you know, kind of help turn the favor a little bit. And, Marcus is kind of on point, scouting the team. They're engaging now.
Yeah, it looks like here, big barrage already by Tomiko, takes down 3. This should be an easy point win here for Licorice Whip as they take down Brave PLM there. And now it's just a matter of Marcus in the background who's being a nuisance, trying to build up that EMP. He's got it up, but it is still a solid hold here from Licorice Whip.
Yeah, that was a great job by Licorice Whip. The Tomiko, really, the barrage, you know, showing the why, like the Pharah without hit scan is a counter to goats. Doing a great job.
Yeah, and it looks like Marcus here is getting ready, trying to EMP. The group not going to be needed here, but a big ult here from X-Spark, but going to get countered there by the Transcendence. It looks like members here of Licorice Whip falling down one by one. They're going to have to give this up, but they do get a respectable about 57-58% here on the point.
Yeah, both teams seem to trade 3 ults for 3 ults. The Samson with a great shatter on the ulting Reaper. That was a good job by him to stop all that damage coming out.
Yeah, and it looks like Licorice Whip here have reset and are ready to go again. So here they come. They've got to be watching out for the EMP from Marcus. Marcus right literally in the backline here. It's going to probably come right now if they get it. There it is. They're just going to be sitting ducks here. Everybody got hit with that EMP. So Licorice Whip here are going to have to form back. Can X-Spark and Tomiko get away? It's not going to look like it, as it looks like the Pharmacy is able to get away here, but the rest of the team suffers from that EMP and gets taken down fairly easily. Yeah,
Marcus, you know, EMPs are always a big fight turner, right? You know, big EMP, get a couple guys. I think that was a 4-man EMP. You know, definitely get the Rhine shield down, all that burst damage, especially with Zen Goat's comp. It's going to be a lot of damage. It's going to be hard for your Rhine to survive.
Yeah, and here they come again. Marcus already trying to sort of pick out a target in the back, but Tomiko actually gets 2 big kills on the supports. They actually get 3 members here of Licorice Whip, and what started off in what could have been a big win for Licorice Whip actually turns into Marcus killing the rest of the backline here. So all that's left is Tomiko and John Belushi. We're getting up there, and they've already traded the advantage. So now Echo 6 here already at 66% have already taken the advantage here onto the point. They're having real trouble engaging here, RippinPippin.
Yeah, Samson's doing a great job dealing with Sarah. You know, Sarah is taking a lot of initial damage. Oh, here comes the grab.
Yeah, big grab and a barrage combo coming in, but that's going to get nullified. A lot of it is, but Sarah DG and Sin City go down. Their tank line here not going to be able to set up as X-Spark tried to get in and was unable to do so. So they get the combo off, but don't necessarily get the results that they want here. So Tomiko's got to be super careful, but they're at 91%, so they have to go. They can't afford to stay like dilly-dallying on the point. They have to get there. 96. Tomiko looking like she's going to be able to try to touch. Not going to be able to do so. John Belushi trying to get back onto the point. Not going to be able to do it. And after a pretty decent start here by Licorice Whip, Echo 6 are able to even it out and take Oasis here 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, the tail of the tape really does seem like Samson's winning the Rhine battle up front. And especially in a Goats comp when you're not running Goats back into it, having your Rhine up really is like you have to change your gameplay here. Look at that shatter, great shatter, you know, gets a 4-man, stops the Reaper ult. I think Samson's just winning the Rhine war here, getting enabled by his team, so it's really allowing him to take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, like Sarah DG was getting taken down so fast, and like even with the Moira on on the field, a lot of the times for Licorice Whip, there's just too much damage coming through. So not being able to play with Orion was very disadvantageous for Licorice Whip. So, like they looked fairly decent there on gardens, but just were overwhelmed a little bit. So we're gonna be going into our second map, and it's going to be Gibraltar. And with Gibraltar, you have a very interesting escort map that is very difficult to sort of attack and defend if you get stalled in any position. And Rippin, you played this map on Sunday against Licorice Whip. What do you think we're going to see come out from them?
I think it's especially on Gibraltar, a standard is you kind of run dive for the first 2 points.
Hmm.
And then once you hit that final streets phase, into where you push the payload at its final point, that's when you see the Ryan Zarias come out, maybe Ryan Diva, a little more brawly comps start coming out. So we're going to see, I think initially we're going to see dives, maybe some Bastion cheese, like payload, pirate ship stuff, but it's going to be hard to run the Bastion here because it's such a dive heavy map yet.
Yeah, it is a very dive heavy map. It's just the three dimensionality of Gibraltar makes it very difficult for teams to get good sight lines. So a lot of the times also you might see Widow v Widows here, but I don't know at this level if we are going to see something like that. We might see a little bit more blunt force, possibly a Junkrat or maybe another pharmacy coming out from Licorice Whip there too. Looks like some substitutions going to be coming in for the teams. We'll let you know when we come back. It will be Gibraltar here between Licorice Whip and Echo 6. Echo 6 here up 1-0. When we come back, it will be Gibraltar.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back, and it is a Gibraltar, or Jibby, as I like to call it for short, but I think I'm the only one. So it will be your Echo 6 here in red, and Licorice Whip here will be on defense first, so we will get to see if they can actually stop Echo 6, D Seals, and company here through Section A, B, and C. It'll be interesting to see because I think
Ready
you're
for
absolutely
battle.
right. It looks like triple tank here coming out on the offense, but I'm actually more interested in seeing what Licorice Whip has set up for defense here, and I see X-Spark here on a Widow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Expert ran Widow last time too, and she's a pretty good Widow.
Attacker.
You definitely have to play sightlines against her.
Yeah, whoops. Looks like I'm having a little bit of an error. Can you tell them to pause the game here? Looks like I'm having a bit of a stream error.
Yeah, it says you left the game.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just going to be running the Gibraltar thing on loop because it looked like the game crashed on me. So
Oh man. Okay.
exactly. So at least in the meantime, the people on the stream will be able to watch a video of Gibraltar as opposed to my desktop. So let's see if I can actually get back in the game here. Uh, uh, yeah, Whisper. I'm just gonna have to have her invite me again. Can you invite me from the game, Rippin, if possible?
I don't think I have you added.
Okay. Oh, that's probably why. So I just sent I'll send a message here to our lobby host Sarah DG. So in the meantime, here you get to see the great video of
Arriving
Gibraltar.
at watch point Gibraltar.
Apologies for that.
Ready for battle.
And now it is. I am back, and that was weird. As that was a very, very weird happenstance here on that. I've never had my video card actually conk out on me like that before. So maybe something associated to the new patch. I do not know. I blame Blizzard. I don't blame my equipment because my equipment is relatively new. So
Yeah, it's all Jeff's fault.
it
Jeff
is
breaks everything.
it's always Jeff's fault. That's what I say. So it looks like here, Licorice Whip are going to be set up in the typical place. Sarah DG set up on the high ground here, up on the left side, as it will be a triple tank, very mobile offense here coming in from Echo 6, as I see both a Wrecking Ball and a Winston accompanied with a Diva. So they're definitely going to be trying to sort of push on Licorice Whip here a little bit because this is a very mobile comp. X-Bark here getting chased here by Cheese Nips immediately. I think their idea was to try to sort of divide and conquer and try to focus in on the Widow. And this sort of comp is very, very unusual coming out here from Echo 6, but they're getting what they want out of this. They've eliminated the Widow, and now are just sort of pushing on the members here of Licorice Whip. It's looking like they're going to have to fall back for Rippin. Very unorthodox, but very effective.
Yeah, I mean, initially, X-Bar kind of got caught out on her own with Cheese Nips and Marcus diving. And Marcus got a big hack on Cythera, kind of taking Mercy out of the air and then just closing in on those kills. Losing the Mercy and the Widow, and especially in like a defensive dive, it's going to be a big loss.
Yeah, it's a very, very big loss here. And they've decided that they do want to keep going with the Sombra, as it looks like Sarah DG is going to have to come in, but no support, no healing there, as she ends up diving in and getting taken out here. Cythera and Sin City also get eliminated, as both John Belushi both go down too. So this is going to be a fairly easy point A for Echo 6, as they are being very aggressive and trying to catch out some of the late spawners, and both Tomiko and X-Bark here getting caught in a terrible spawn area. Not their fault, but man, they're just getting wailed on here from Echo 6.
Yeah, it seems like Sarah is just taking a lot of the brunt damage and not getting a lot of the support. And especially with a Mercy Lucio comp, unless your Mercy is right on the monkey's tail, it's going to be hard to heal through all that damage that Echo 6 is putting out.
Yeah, and the thing about it is now is Echo 6 is online with at least 3 of the ults. They're going to have a fourth ult and a fifth ult come online right now, as it looks like, you know, they're just trying to make sure they control the high ground here on top of the spaceship, which is exactly what you want. But it looks like now, it looks like a little bit of stabilizing coming on the side of Licorice Whip here, as they're able to sort of stabilize, control the high ground. Bomb being sent into the back. That's going to catch Marcus there. So a 1-for-1 trade. Sarah DG goes down again, though. So no main tank here coming in for Licorice Whip, but they're trying to sort of stabilize as best they can. Minefield gets dropped, and Cythera and X-Bark get caught in no man's land. Unfortunately, they got caught right in the middle of the minefield. They're going to have to pull back, and it is going to be a point B take here for Echo 6.
Man, you know, I really thought Licorice Whip might have had that, you know, Tomiko, good EMP, kind of good finish, but oh, it's the ultra coming out for Echo 6 now.
Yeah, they're being very, very aggressive, trying to sort of engage them, see if they can catch them on a bit of a retreat. Sarah DG goes down again. Unfortunately, she's just been focused on here by Echo 6. The rest of the members here are sort of in the backline, sort of struggling here. Tomiko trying to get a hack on Brave PLM, not going to be able to do so, sort of falling back, but the payload is already coming around the corner and approaching the hill here, as Sarah DG is finally getting back into the fight. X-Bark gets taken out, so the Widow has no chance to sort of rearrange themselves and try to get back into position. D-Mech here onto Sin City, as the fight will continue. Sarah DG trying her best to sort of hold the front line, but is not going to be able to do so. She's getting all the benefits and all the healers there, but it's just nothing doing, as John Belushi is only going to be able to D-Mech Justine, but the rest of the members here are sort of staggered really, really badly as X-Mart and Sin City sort of have to go back into spawn. X-Mart now trying to sort of contest the point as best as she can. Bomb getting sent up into the area. Maybe we'll try to sort of get everybody out of the way. EMP again will hit Cithra, who's a sitting duck here on the payload, but still keeping her tanks alive. Sarah DG trying her best. Bomb now getting sent out here from Echo 6. Gets blocked there by Sarah DG. Good shield there by her, as it looks like the fight now has sort of devolved into a bit of a brawl here right on the point C. Big grenade into the back line there, catches Sin City. It's going to demech the members who were contesting the point, as now she gets taken out, and now the kill feed showing more and more red as Licorice Whip, the resistance is starting to fall. Tomiko trying her best here on the Sovereign to sort of stay alive. Going to get taken out as Sarah DG gets taken out by the front gates, and they're going to be able to complete this with a huge time bank of 351.
Man, you know, that was a really long fight the whole way through, and it really did just look like Echo 6 had a lot better target focus, a lot better just finishing on those kills.
Yeah, is a lot quicker finishing, and you know, it was also unlucky for Licorice Whip too, because the way that it went and the way that the staggers went at the end of point A really, really messed them up with regards to how they were coming out to sort of defend point B, because they got like half of them get caught up front and the other half spawned really, really far in the back. And like when you lose 3 defenders trying to come out of spawn as you're pushing through the doorway, it is just really, really terrible, and it's just unfortunate luck there from Licorice Whip, and they were never able to sort of settle in for longer than 2 or 3 seconds before like Echo 6 were on them again. So it's just, you know, so some of it was chalk up to bad luck, I think. Some of it was the fact that Echo 6 was just really, really good at focus firing and just not letting Licorice Whip sort of have their way on the point.
Yeah, it really felt like Licorice Whip almost never played a full 6v6 there. You know, they kind of, yeah, like you said, the initial, you know, point B, the point A was capped, and, you know, those stagger spawns really kind of affected them the whole way through the entire map, and definitely saw a quick map, and 3 minutes and 51 seconds in the time bank for Echo 6.
Yeah, and that is a lot. That's an eternity on this map. So they're going to need to go through this fairly quickly too. Echo 6 now here going to be on defense, where Licorice Whip, I'm seeing Tomiko here on the Bastion, maybe going for a little bit of cheese. That will buy them some space, I think. But Rip, like, you know, I see them running this sort of. I thought I was going to see an Orisa here for a second from Sarah DG, but it looks like they're going for like basically a huge sort of giant pirate ship with both a Torb and a Bastion, or they could just be fooling us. So maybe just messing with the stream a little bit.
Oh yeah, but it must have been the caster curse, right?
You can't be too early on those calls on offense. You know, you just don't know what they're going to come out with. So 5 seconds here, and it looks like it's going to be a dive defense with Brave PLM here on the Hammond. So he will be on the hamster here, and they see that they do have the pirate ship here. Tomiko having a little bit of issue getting back onto the ship, but it is set sail, folks. Sarah DG has the sails out, and they're going to be ready to go. Looks like PLM is going to be dropping in, but he's going to be dropping right into a Bastion. But a great shield placement there, but not going to be enough to save him from being taken out. But it looks like Tomiko was going to be the main target here, but it looks like a demech here onto Justine will give Echo 6 a little bit of an advantage here, but 2 early kills here from Marcus on Cithra and Sarah DG are going to stop this push really all in its tracks, and it looks like Echo 6 are going to have to reset up here and spawn.
Yeah, you know, Marcus showing up in the kill feed a lot, and I think he's doing a great job just kill confirming, you know, taking that extra step to just really confirm the kills and send the Licorice Whip players back into spawn and respawning set.
Do you see what I see? Marcus already has the EMP up, so like he's just going to make sure and try to see if Licorice Whip can get together here and maybe mess up somebody, mess up like a big push here from Licorice Whip just at the right time. Most of the members of the Whip here are underneath in the car wash, as it is 1v4 here, so G-Snip's got to be careful that doesn't get overwhelmed. Sarah DG is gets grenaded there, is purple, is going to charge back to her team, is going to be careful here, want to make sure she stays together, but it looks like Tomiko and Sin City gets demeched here, as the rest of the members of Licorice Whip are getting pushed back here, as it looks like here they're going to have to sort of reset. 2:24 here left, and ults coming up online for both teams, but it looks like 5 ults are going to be up here for Echo 6.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Echo 6 has a huge alt bank. They have a lot of, especially on payload maps, having Braves Hammond, the landmines, is going to be huge. You know, it's going to prevent teams from really getting on point. It's going to really prevent a lot of pushes from happening here.
Yeah, they're going to start to initiate with a bomb, see if they can actually catch anybody,
Oh!
and it's huge! Sin City gets 2, and they're going to try to see if they can use this advantage to sort of push up now. It's going to be about target firing. Tomiko is probably going to have to use that EMP to save her team, and a bomb comes in. There's not going to be a shield to protect, but only is going to get Tomiko here, so they only lose 1 on the bomb as everybody's going to be coming off the off the hack, and now it looks like there's going to start to mine the middle area here. Oh, big shatter catches 2, but nobody going to be able to finish up as members here are going to be coming in for a reset. Sarah DG getting a little bit of bloodlust, chesting Jetbot here. Got to get back closer to the team as she is grenaded. She's going to need the benefit of a little bit of healing as Sin City actually takes Justine out of the mech. But Sarah DG gets taken down, so again they lose their main tank, and they actually are going to be the Lucio on the other side here from Echo 6 are going to commit an ult here just to make sure that they absolutely win this fight. Sarah DG is already out, but the rest of the team did not go down, so they were going to have a 6 push here, and it's going to be fairly quick as they're going to go for the high ground and try to sort of rotate a little bit. No, there are still 2 ults here available as they're going to try to initiate for a bomb again. People are going to have to get out of the way. Nobody gets caught here as almost they learned their lesson from last time. Sarah here trying to sort of lead the line, but she's again far away from the healer. Sin City gets demeched from the mines from the Hammond here, but Sithra gets taken down. Big kill here as another kill onto Sin City. John Belushi gets a little bit of reprieve here by taking Marcus down. A little bit of trade-offs here, but it looks like Echo 6 here have enough that are going to be able to sort of hold off this point. Sarah DG and Sin City here, Cheese Nips are trying to sort of fight each other one by one. Cheese Nips had to pull out the ult to sort of survive, and now it's a matter of just stalling out the members of Licorice Whip. Sin City trying to get back on the point with 10 seconds left to go. 5 ults here from Licorice Whip, and another EMP will catch the team, and Justine with a huge bomb! They had ults all over the place, and they're not going to be able to use them. X-Spark here doesn't have an ult, so it's only going to be stalling time here onto the point. Sin City not able to use anything here, gets demech and taken out. Overtime ticks down. Can anybody make it to the point? Sithra pops the wings and is able to reset overtime here as Tomiko comes back here on the Tracer. Sithra gets taken out. Tomiko slept, and now a coalescence from John Belushi trying to make sure that the team keeps fighting. DPLM drops the mines. That might be it. There's nobody going to be able to get close to the payload, and that is going to be that. Echo 6 with a big full hold on point A as they take a lead in this match 2-0.
You know, it's really hard to get past that point on this map, especially, you know, and it doesn't help when you have Justine. Man, he was doing fantastic, you know. One of the big things in the play of the game right here, this big 3-man bomb really, you know, sets the tone. Final 2 seconds, that's pretty much a one fight, right? And then even before, when X-Spark was ulting as Reaper, fantastic job by Justine to hold his DM. You pretty much sucked up all the Reaper ult. I think only one person died. I believe that was Brave on the Hammond, but fantastic job by the whole team right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that kill participation from Justine. 70%. Great job by him on the Diva. And now it is a 2-0 lead here as we get into the midway point. And Gibraltar was always going to be a hard map, I think, for Licorice Whip here, and now they're going to have to come back into Volskaya, and they're going to have to be able to sort of be able to try to take this map, or it is going to be over for them, as they will end up losing the series if they don't take Volskaya Industries. A draw will do them no good here. So Volskaya is a little tricky of a 2CP map because of the fact I would think, like, with a little bit of the twists and turns, there are multiple entryways here, so maybe a little bit of advantage here for the offense for sure. What do you think here with regards to Volskaya Industries between Echo 6 and Licorice Whip?
I mean, you know, Licorice Whip on their team info sheet, they say that they do practice a lot of goats, you know, goats. But we haven't really seen Licorice Whip really bring that pick out yet. And Echo 6, Marcus in particular, has done a fantastic job really on the Sombra, kind of enabling his whole team. The supports for Echo 6 have done a great job enabling, kind of letting their main tanks like Cheese Nips, Samson, all of them kind of stay up, stay healthy. And, you know, with a healthy Rhine, you create so much space, right? The tanks are creating space. The healers are keeping the tanks up. The tanks creating space. The DPS are going to work. So I think that's what Echo 6 is doing really well right now.
Yeah, and Licorice Whip really has no answer for Marcus and the and the Sombra. It just because he's getting that EMP so fast and he's building it up so quickly on them that it's just sort of nullifying any serious attempts at a push that Licorice Whip is going to have on any of the points. So it makes it very, very difficult for them to be able to do anything on these points. But we're going to see here, it will be Echo 6 and Licorice Whip here on Volskaya Industries when we come back. 2-0 is the score here between Echo 6 and Licorice Whip. When we come back, it will be Echo 6 here on offense on Volskaya Industries. Stay tuned.
You know, the world could always use more heroes. You know, the world could always use more heroes.
Initiating match.
All right, folks, welcome back. A little bit of a news break here. RippinPippin, some news coming out of the Owlet main channel, right?
Oh yeah, initially the game Furious Unicorns versus Wisdom Overwatch, 2-0 Furious Unicorn, but actually they turned it to map 5. Wisdom Overwatch won the last 2, Volskaya and Numbani, and they're heading to the Paul right now.
Oh no, Furious Unicorns looking like they might get reverse swept. That's going on the main channel right now. But our game here, it is Echo 6 up 2-0 here on Licorice Whip. As I said before, I thought it will be Echo 6 here on offense. Instead, it will be a switch, and it will be Licorice Whip here going first, as they will be here in red, Echo 6 here in blue. Marcus on that Sombra has just been a complete nuisance here for Licorice Whip, and he's out here on that Sombra again. This is one of those maps where people realized that Sombra was so effective here, and it looks like Tomiko coming out on a Sombra on her own here. What do you think will happen here between the two Sombras on this map here, Rippin?
I mean, Echo 6 coming out with the Sombra Goats. I think I'm gonna have to, Licorice Whip coming out kind of an anti-Goats comp, with the Junkrat, but I think Marcus has shown that he has the upper advantage in winning the Sombra duels, so we're just gonna have to see from there.
Yeah, it looks like Tomiko here is going to split up from the rest of the team. Just gonna try to make sure the defense is usually set up on the right side of that car. Sarah coming in with the charge, going a little aggressive there, and that's gonna cost her. She gets taken out, but Tomiko gets Jeffbot in the back, so a good kill trade there. They probably should just want to wait out and wait for Sarah to come back here, as they're going to have a very good 6v5 advantage as they're going to come through.
Yeah, Tomiko got a key pick on the Zenyatta and actually got Chi Sims really low. So if they can regroup, they can actually kind of take this fight earlier than possible here. Yeah,
with the Zen's not going to be coming back very, very soon. As you noticed, Echo 6 here have fallen back a little bit, knowing that they do not have a Zen, as the Zen is still coming back here, so they have a distinct advantage here on the point. X-Mark with a huge kill on the Cheese Nips. That's now a 6v4, but a big shatter, but death comes to Samson, as they're able to get 2. Look at Marcus go, taking 3 kills down, but the advantage here is going to be definitely with Licorice Whip, as they do lose Tomiko there at the end, but they could have as much as a 5v3 advantage here on the point if they rush.
Yeah, Samson built that shatter so fast, but Licorice Whip did put up a fight. They didn't go down just for free. So if Licorice Whip kind of hurry up with the Lucio, they can actually take this fight.
Yeah, here they come now, as it looks like they're going to be coming in. X-Spark firing some grenades there into the back, trying to see if they can sort of break a little bit of Samson's shield. They're sort of holding off on the other side. It looks like most of the members of Echo 6 are back. A tire already coming, as X-Spark here is going to try to use it to engage. Does not get anyone. Oh, they needed something off of that tire to just give them an advantage onto this fight. Samson here is by himself on the side here. Is going to have to be careful. John Belushi getting hacked here. Is going to be careful with Marcus there. Jeffbot takes down Sarah DG, and that is a big kill again. No front line tank here, so it's now going to be a matter of, can they pick off anybody left here from Echo 6 before they retreat? It's not going to be able to do so, as now they're going to have to go back to spawn. 2 minutes left here on the clock, and Echo 6 bending but not breaking here, RippinPippin.
Yeah, and looking at the alt economy, both teams seem to kind of be trading. Oh, we see the Junkrat switch over to a Reaper now. We're gonna really see the EMP war go on. Who launches it first?
Oh, EMP comes out first here. But the EMP didn't actually catch, but Sarah DG with a big shatter. Everybody gets caught with the EMP, but it is all Licorice Whip. My goodness, they make hay out of that, and it is absolutely fantastic. Down goes Echo 6, and they will have a cap here on point A of Volskaya.
Man, Tomiko did a great job, especially those dual Sombra duels. You really have to make sure that you kind of get the EMP off first when you know the other enemy Sombra has EMP, and Tomiko did a great job EMPing majority of the team, especially the Rhine. They got the shatter off. It was a fantastic job, yeah.
Fantastic job there by Licorice Whip. They cap point A, so we have 5 minutes here to take whether or not they're going to be able to take point B. But point B is a team check here, folks. So they want to make sure that they can get a big graviton will catch members of Echo 6, but they did drop the beat, and now a counter grav here will catch members here of Licorice Whip. They get taken down, but they don't have to invest any more ults. They're going to retreat, and it is a quick defense here from Echo 6.
We saw the double support ult there. I'm not too sure. Maybe a miscommunication between the Echo 6 defense. Lucio beat and Zen Trance. You never kind of want to use both at the same time. So we're gonna have to see here how they're gonna play without a defensive ult coming online.
Yeah, they should have the advantage here. If X-Spark can build up the Reaper ult before... if X-Spark can build up the Reaper ult, excuse me, and they can actually get it off, they're not going to have a defensive ult to stop it.
Oh
what a big
God.
shatter there by Serenity. Huge kills. Here they come. Licorice Whip are going to use that to try to see if they can take out the members here of Echo 6. Rally coming out from Cheese Nips. But Cheese Nips is gonna have to fall back a little bit. Doesn't want to get killed. And a big grenade, big Ana grenade. Members are coming back here from Echo 6 as a counter shatter comes in. Is going to catch Sin City. EMP comes out here and is going to catch the members here back. Now it's just a matter of focus fire. Can they focus fire and deal with the members here? Another EMP will catch all the members of Licorice Whip, but that's not going to matter here. Marcus is invisible and holding on point. They need anybody to just sort of check. Lucio ult here just to see if they can catch the Sombra as the Mei is out. They're in full stall mode here as they do not want to lose this point here to Licorice Whip. And down goes Samson and Cheese Nips, and now it is stall time. Big shatter again from Sarah DG. She catches them again. Now it's a matter of taking down cruise ship. Big hack there. Not going to be able to roll away. Marcus on that tracer, trying to see if he can survive and sort of stall it out for the rest of the members. Not going to be able to do so. And Licorice Whip here capture point B with a fairly decent time back. Good job to them.
Score.
Man, Sarah really coming in huge, you know,
Switching sides.
huge shatters towards the end of the game. And even then, I think Sithra with a huge nano onto the Rhine to really keep her up when she got low and really helped enable her team. So good job to the Licorice Whip, you know, they're doing a good job. They're playing together and they capped 2 points. So now it's on Echo 6 to answer.
Yeah, and you know what? Sarah didn't die. And that was the key thing there. Sarah was able to do the Sarah things. And therefore, those big earth shatters, one on the engage there on point A, and another huge big shatter there on point B. Must be a great motivating offensive plays there from Licorice Whip. But look at that time bank, 252 in the time bank here. So Echo 6 have to be super careful here. They need to have an equal or greater time bank here in order to make sure that they have a chance here on this point. But Licorice Whip now sitting in the catbird seat a little bit here with the advantage on this point, and now it looks like they're going to be pulling out a little custom strategy as I see X-Spark here coming out on the Bastion. So this is not uncommon on this point where you can set up a Bastion on one of the high grounds and sort of fire into the point. So interesting what they're going to do here. Maybe actually looks like no. It looks like X-Spark is actually going to set up right behind Sarah DG and just sort of fire right into the opening choke here. So interesting here, Rip.
I'm not too sure about this positioning on X-Spark. You know, you do have because Echo 6 running initial, like, just regular goats. Oh, actually, Sombra goats. Spark's not set up when she's back. But it's going to be hard. Like, all they have to do is engage really hard, DM, bubble, get in, and kill the Bastion.
Yeah, so it's about timing, right? They've got to execute the timing. The timing is the problem, I think, so is just trying to make sure they can do anything. And, like, look at Sin City here doing the Sombra checks. I like it, doing the spins. Now they just have to protect X-Spark. X-Spark gets taken down right away, but Sarah DG is able to take down Jeffbot, but 2 for 1 is not what they wanted here on the defense. Sin City here has to sort of fall back, but members of Licorice Whip are falling one by one. Tomiko here on the point, trying to stall it out, but it looks like it's going to be a very quick take here from Echo 6.
Yeah, I mean, having the Bastion on the low ground really, especially into a Goats combo, all they have to do is come in, use some of the cooldowns, and just kind of roll over you, right? So I think having the Bastion on the high ground, forcing Goats to come on the point, waste their cooldowns, burning through them, would have been a lot more beneficial for them. But now we see actually kind of a new comp we haven't seen out of Licorice Whip. They have the Reaper and the McCree.
Oh yeah, so like this is more of an anti-Goats comp there. X-Spark taking out Samson, and that's exactly what they wanted. This push is pretty much over here for Echo 6, as they've never really got through the doors. As more kills coming on both sides, it looks like Cruise Ship is going to try to come in, but Marcus is going to retreat here, and now it is going to be a hold here for Echo 6. But 630 is a very long time to hold.
Yeah, Marcus doing a good job trying to win those fights. You know, he got some key picks, you know, while his team was kind of dying, but Licorice Whip, fantastic job. X-Spark really taking out the initial initial pick on, I believe it was the Rhine,
Yeah, it was on
kind of
Samson.
really did stagger the team. And you see here John Belushi doing a great job trying to Sombra scout, you know, really trying to make Marcus's day a little harder to do.
Yeah, absolutely. As now, like they're actually not holding close to the
Oh,
point. They're
man.
actually playing higher up, but that was an EMP that caught 4 people. Xmark though still able to take out Samson, but they get to sort of fall back here as they start to try to charge back. Xmark's trying to stay alive here, staying close to the orb, seeing if she can actually be able to sort of take anybody out. But looks like Echo 6 is able to wipe out all of the members here on the point, as now slowly but surely is starting to tick up. Raviton actually catches Tomiko here, but a Transcendence here is going to be able to stall them out a little bit. Another big shatter here from Sarah. Big from Sarah DG is not going to be able to take anybody out though, as there was not enough people to sort of follow up on the shatter, so not going to be able to do so. Wall actually comes up here from Licorice Whip, but nobody left onto the point, and Echo 6 there able to sort of shut down that defensive Licorice Whip. We're seeing 2-2. We go again. RippinPippin, we go again.
Man, you know, Echo 6, you know, pretty much double their time, but really the tail of the tape really here is that Echo 6 seems to just have a lot better focus fire and securing the kills when they come in. Licorice Whip actually could have capped a lot faster too, but you know, just coming out stall heroes, you know, Echo 6 kind of, you know, making like good plays together, and it's really showing their synergy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, and I think that's the big difference here that you see between the two teams. That 252 time bank that Licorice Whip had could have been easily sort of 352 or even 4 minutes. You know, it's just one of those things in which they've got to be able to sort of come together and start calling out the targets together, focusing on the targets together, and it will show in fights like Point B of Volskaya. But now, because they have the smaller time bank, they're going to be on offense first. And Cithra here staying on the Ana, and I liked the Ana healing on Sarah DG. It was helping to keep her alive, and those sort of nano boosts were really helping a lot when Sarah was being very aggressive. Rip.
Yeah, we saw some on the last point when they capped. Sarah got a big slam, and Cithra getting a fat anti-nade into that really helps the team. Even when you try to burst trance, the purple really does prevent healing, right? So it helps you secure the kills and kind of nullifies trance.
Yeah, exactly here, and you see Echo 6 actually playing a little farther back. They do not want to play on the choke because they do not want to get caught here. Again, Sarah actually going in for a charge, actually misses, but is able to still take out Cheese Nips there, as she got most of Cheese Nips on the way in and was able to finish her off. But it looks like Tomiko here is able to take out Samson. They lose most of their team here, as Tomiko and Cithra have to fall back, but 2 members down here for Echo 6 could leave an opening here for Licorice Whip.
Yeah, you know, they get the initial pick, but you know, Sarah kind of charged in and got picked off really early. You know, I just think they have to kind of play together closer. You know, you have the Rhine shield, you know, maybe shield up a little more, let your Sombra get a key hack, you know, let your Reaper do some damage. Cithra got a great anti-nade in there, kind of allowed the first kill to happen, but I just think they have to play closer and allow Sin City to work a little better with Sarah.
Yeah, we're following Sarah DG now here with a charge in, catches Samson, and is able to take him out. Oh, big pick. That's the pick that they wanted, as this fight will engage, as it looks like Sarah DG will pay the price for it though, but it is a 1-for-1 Rhine trade. Cheese Nips is able to catch out Tomiko there before being able to sort of hack anybody down, so it will have to be a retreat here from Echo 6 as they start to lose from Licorice Whip, as they start to lose too many players here, and Licorice Whip do lose their main tank, but with 122 in the clock here, Licorice Whip have to find a big win here in the next fight.
Oh man, Jeff Ball right at the end, catching John Belushi, really staggering him for an extra, for an extra couple of seconds. You know, that's brutal, right? You know, when you're trying to regroup, now you have to wait a little bit longer. But Echo 6, fantastic defense. You know, your main tank dies. You know, Goats, you never want your main tank to die. Your main tank and Zarya are pretty much the main guys you want. And when Samson got charged, he died, but Echo 6 rallied and they did a great job.
Yeah, and the thing about it was, is like, if X-Spark would have been able to get 1 kill, it could have been a very different story, because with the Rhine down, there was nothing to really stop that damage come through. Shatter comes in from Sarah DG, unable to catch anyone, and now the kills coming in from Echo 6, as it looks like they're able to sort of stop anything that's going to be happening. Sin City was the benefit of the nano boost there, but unfortunately unable to take anybody down here. 30 seconds left to go, and all the ults are still on the side of Echo 6. So it looks like Licorice Whip here have a hard mountain to climb.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. Actually, on that last ult, Samson got a big shatter off because Cheesems actually bashed the other Rhine. So
Oh.
great play by Cheesems there. That was fantastic.
Yeah, so unfortunately not able to get through there. X-Spark has to come in huge, but that is a gigantic EMP. Transcendence comes in just to make sure that they win this fight. And that is going to be that. They get stalled from even getting onto the point. Wow, what an EMP there onto the members of Licorice Whip. It's just going to be able to stall them at the point. 252 gone from the time bank, and now Echo 6 here have 5:15 more time than the game will actually allow usually on point A to catch one tick here to win this match.
Yeah, that last map, Marcus Sombra has been absolutely amazing. You know, great. That last point right there, the 6-man EMP. He's been I think a really big nuisance. Thorn in the side of Licorice Whip, if you want to call it that. But I think, you know, Licorice Whip, 5 minutes, 15 seconds is really hard, especially for 2 CP maps, especially only for 1 tick. And the way Echo 6 has been playing is it's going to be an uphill battle for sure, like you said, for LW. And they're coming out with the Bastion strat, though, so I'm hoping that they kind of take a little bit of a better position, but with the Mei. And so, I mean, I guess we're going to have to see how they play it out this time.
I want to see them boost onto this little middle platform here and set up the defense not at the choke, but on the middle platform. Use the Mei, boost them up, and then set the Bastion upstairs. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to be doing. Hey!
No, but they missed the Bastion! No!
They're going to get it. They have 5 more seconds. They're going to be able to get it up here in a second.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
No!
Wait.
They're moving too much.
Oh no!
Oh no! They abandoned it.
They abandoned it. It looks like I think they just got a little too panicky there. Oh no! So they're not going to be able to set up. They wanted to set up here onto the high ground so that Tomiko wouldn't get charged here. So it looks like they've got a free run onto her, and they're not going to be able to stop this unless and down she goes. Oh no! If they were able to sort of set up on the high ground, they would have not been able to sort of lose the Bastion right away, and now they're probably going to get run over a little bit here. Marcus on the kill here onto Cithra, and down go John Belushi. It's just it's a matter of setup there. I think there was just to the thing. It's like now X-Spark going to be trying her best to sort of start up on the point, and now it looks like Sarah DG comes back on the wrecking ball here, not going to be able to stall them out. Tomiko trying to come back as best as she can, not going to be able to do so. That is going to be that, and Licorice Whip losing Volskaya Industries 3-2, but just such heartbreak there on the very end defense, just not going to be able to set up on the high ground.
You know, I want to kind of shout out my Lucio players, man, you know, Frogman play. Oh, Tomiko with the hack play of the game. Oh yeah, this is a big EMP. Fantastic job, EMP. But just unfortunate they couldn't capitalize on a little bit more in the whole game.
Yeah,
but
Tomiko...
Yeah, sorry, what you were saying?
No, Tomiko there. It's a rare Sombra play of the game. You don't hardly ever see them, you know.
Yeah, for sure. And also, I just want to give a shout out to D-Seals, you know, like Lucio players, man. You know, on that last push when it was a 4v4, he kind of came in and Cithra, the Mercy player, was kind of getting caught, and D-Seals kind of came in and booped her away from the team into the right room by the Mega, and they kind of just, him and I believe the Zarya player just kind of finished the Mercy off, cutting off and negating like main support heals, and really helping secure that fight 4v3.
D-Seals saying, so people in chat, I guess, stop turning off the music. But yeah, credit to them. They did a really, really good job there. It looked like they were a little shell-shocked, though, when Licorice Whip caught them both times on the big shatter from Sarah DG. And I think they needed to sort of step it up a little bit, and they were able to do so on the second push in. Now a substitution coming in from Echo 6, Chinote will be coming in here for Echo 6. He wasn't on the roster, so apologies to him. Not listed on the roster. I did not actually see him on the team listing, so I might have not had the most up-to-date listing of players here from Echo 6. But with a score of 3-0, Numbani, your hybrid map, is going to be your final map of the match. And let's talk about Numbani a little bit. This is not my favorite of the hybrid maps. It is the rare map where defense actually does have an advantage here on the first point because their spawn is slightly a little bit closer. Who do you think this map plays into better? I mean, Licorice Whip doesn't we haven't really seen, we've seen them play sort of a version of a dive, but with the high ground defense that Echo 6 can do, who do you think has the advantage coming into Numbani?
I'm gonna say it. Echo 6 has been playing a lot of goats, a little bit of dive on Gibraltar, but I'm gonna have to say Licorice Whip. I think as weak as I've kind of seen in this map, they are a better team for sure now. But I think Licorice Whip's gonna have a good chance here because if they do bring out the Bastion strat, Bastion works a little bit better here, and especially if Echo 6 tries to run goats into it, the Bastion could be a little bit more difficult to deal with, especially if they just set up on the high ground and there's no Maywall or anything to mess up or anything. So I really hope that we maybe see the Bastion here out of Licorice Whip, and that might be exciting to see the defense.
Yeah, it might be very interesting to see what we can see come up on the defense here from Licorice Whip. Echo 6 here will be on offense first when we go to Numbani. It looks like some last-minute changes there for the team. So when we come back here, we're going to take a small little break, and when we start again, it will be Numbani. Echo 6 here will be on offense. They are leading this match 3-0. Let's see if they can go for a 4-0 sweep. Stay tuned.
The world could always use more heroes.
Alrighty, folks, welcome to Numbani. It will be Echo 6 here on offense and Licorice Whip here on defense. Some breaking news, RippinPippin. What is it?
Oh man, as I said, the map 5 between Furious Unicorns and Wisdom Overwatch, the reverse swept was complete. Nepal went to the full 3 maps 2-1, but Wisdom Overwatch completed the reverse sweep. Man, that's got to be upsetting for Furious Unicorns, especially when you have that 2-0 lead ahead of them.
Yeah, I mean, that is heartbreaking, but what a morale boost there for Wisdom Overwatch. That is going to be very, very hard. Like, they're probably coming off of a high now on a Tuesday night, so they're going to be they're going to have a lot of adrenaline coming off of going down 2-0 and then taking 3 straight maps to take the match there over the Furious Unicorns. Unicorns, who looked really, really good in their opening match here, were probably looking into that match thinking with a 2-0 start, they were trying to sort of ride that momentum from Saturday's 4-0 win over Overwatch. And unfortunately, they're getting reverse swept. That is going to be a little bit of a morale boost, but that's a sort of a bad way to end week 1 of stage 2. Now, it looks like we had a little bit of a pause here as there has been some lag issues going on the side of Licorice Whip. So they just want to make sure that everybody's going to be starting here on a fair stretch, is because Licorice Whip is on defense. They want to make sure they're not going to be lagged up here a little bit. So looks like their Chinote here, or Chinote, will be the lone substitute here for Echo 6. And it looks like it's going to be the same lineup here for Licorice Whip. What do you think of the lineup coming up here from Echo 6 here? Very ground-based. Not very many people to dive up there on their RippinPippin.
No, not at all. I mean, Brave is going to have to do a good job trying to get in. Maybe he's going to definitely go through that hallway by the stairs to flank. But I mean, comp-wise, I think Licorice Whip has the advantage with the Tomiko's. Tomiko's a fantastic Pharah too, so aerial pressure with the Bastion is going to be tough for these guys unless they switch.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of spam damage that's going to come in here. So they're just waiting for Brave to get in place here with the Sombra. So now it looks like they're changing directions. Maybe because Brave telling them via comms is like, just watch out going on the high ground here. They see Sarah DG and the Bastion up on the high ground here. So basically free firing up into the air, just trying to make sure that they're going to be able to take out Jake out X-Spark there. But initial kills here coming from Licorice Whip. X-Spark taking down Samson, and it's a matter of also Tomiko firing rockets in onto the point. So now it's only going to be Chinote here, and a great defense here from Licorice Whip. You called it with the Bastion strat.
Yeah, I mean, you hate to see it, right? The Bastion, like being the Rhine running into Bastion, it must be so upsetting. You know, you hold your right click, your shield, it's 2,000 health or whatever, and it gets shredded by Bastion. And you see that there, the moment that Samson kind of keeps it up, his shield breaks almost instantly. So they're gonna have to do a better job trying to negate this damage, or Brave's gonna have to get in there. But they're kind of bunkering up, so it's gonna be hard for him to get a hack off. But I think that's what they're gonna have to do here. With this
Yeah, look at them. They're trying to just basically speed up and just go into the hallway.
No.
Oh, here comes Spark here with a big ult. They're going to try to DM the whole thing, but they're going to try to hit the high ground as fast as they can. So it's a reset in positioning. Tumiko and X-Spark get kills, and now it's just going to be a shooting gallery as they're in a little narrow hallway. There's nothing they're going to be able to do. Cruise ship running as fast as he can. They're going to have to just basically jump off the edge and reset here. That did not work there, RippinPippin, as they got stuck in a narrow hallway with a Bastion and a rocketing Pharah.
I mean, this whole team's been playing well. You know, John Belushi and Nate Tumiko with the damage boost and healing. And if you actually look at it, Echo 6 hasn't been able to build an ult yet. A Moira ult kind of builds relatively quick, but the fact that they're playing high ground and they're such a ground-based comp, they're unable to build any ults. And even the Brave not being able to get the big hack on Bastion, it's really kind of hindering this team right now.
Yeah, I think what needs to happen here is Brave needs to get a little more aggressive here and maybe try to build up that EMP as fast as he can. But he's got to make sure that he gets out of there. Go in there, you know, translocate and try his best. But X-Spark here just firing into just a group of people there.
Man.
Oh my goodness! Tomiko finishes off all of the members who tried to invade the high ground again. Sithra getting res. Sin City, though, getting demeched might be huge here for this defense. Sin City might consider sort of jumping off the edge and then just sort of resetting, but instead she's going to sort of stay up there in the Baby Diva. They're going to need the defense matrix, so I don't know how this is going to work.
Oh no, she's gonna have to get the high ground. Like she shouldn't be on point. She's only so squishy, right? Oh, this is not good.
It's not going to be good. Like looking at the ult percentages here, 42% is not going to be fast enough. She's going to get boosted here. Try to see if she can build up an ult from range, but it's going to be risky. So I'm going to say it's like they're going to. If I'm them, if I'm Echo 6, I try to pick off Sin City as best I can. But X-Spark takes down two. The tank line getting killed, but it's not going to matter as with the front line gone, the EMP went off, but just too little, too late. Sarah DG here is going to be able to block off that shield. That bomb is not going to matter. 24 seconds left to go as Justine is going to get demeched. They want to probably stall the Baby Diva as best as they can, as now it looks like they're going to be able to sort of stagger them as best they can. 14 seconds left to go, Rippin, and this could be a full hold here for Licorice Whip.
Yeah, I mean, Licorice was playing a great job on sightlines on that bomb and just doing a great job. And oh my god, the line goes down again.
Samson goes down again. He's not been able to sort of engage. Graviton actually comes out, but they're not going to be able to do anything. Diva Bomb is actually going to go onto the ground and kill Chinote. There's nobody left here from Echo 6. Here comes Justine trying to do anything he can to get onto the point. Not going to be able to do so. Too solid. This defense has been too solid here from Licorice Whip. Not going to be able to do so. And an impressive full hold here from them. They're going to just need a tick here in order to take the map here on Numbani.
Man, that was a fantastic defense by Licorice Whip. Kind of surprising to see that Echo 6 kind of just kept driving their heads into this comp, not switching into something that is maybe more effective. And also Brave PLM kind of using his EMP when he lost both his tanks, and just seemed like there wasn't any synergy with their ults. I found on that attack. You know, they could have taken it easily, but just not a lot of. They could have grav bombed, but they like grav bomb EMP, right? You can kind of blow all three at once, kind of take the point, but they kind of blew each individually. And as you can see, you know, Licorice Whip aren't pushovers, right? Like they held this point really well, and we're gonna see if they can actually take this point, take this map actually off Echo 6.
You know, say what you will, but I'm slowly but surely seeing the improvement coming out of this team, because you know, holding a team to a full hold anywhere on any map is difficult enough. You know, Numbani is one of those maps here. Like, you know, it is the onus on the offensive team here to try to break a defense, and Licorice Whip was just solid. You know, they didn't move. They moved where they needed to go. You know, Echo 6 tried their best to sort of combat the defense that they had, but with that sort of ground-based defense, they were always going to have real issues trying to take down that Bastion. So now, an opening here from Licorice Whip, as it looks like they're not going to go for the Bastion on the other side here on Echo 6, so they're not going to run anything similar to this, but instead I'm going to see a pharmacy and a ground-based Rein Zarya come out here from Licorice Whip. Looks like a little bit, I say, a little bit of an advantage here on Licorice Whip on this offense. I like their comp.
Oh, for sure. Tomiko on the Pharah and X-Spark on the Reaper has proven that they're really good DPS dealers. I'm not sure about the Mercy Brig. It is a bit brawly, so I guess we're going to have to see how that works out, but definitely low healing apart from the Pharmacy if they do play split.
Yeah,
so we're going to just have to see how they take it.
You know what it is maybe Cithra's instructions have been playing, like, basically play right next to Sarah to make sure that she stays alive here. Honestly, they could probably just get onto the point and sort of hold it out. They've decided here that they want to sort of flank around. I would have thought maybe they just go in the point and force them to come down. Remember, they only need a tick here. So it looks like Sarah coming in with the charge, not going to be able to get anybody, as a great sort of halt there from Samson, but they do get Sarah right back up, and a kill onto D Seals here. It looks like they're going to be able to take this map. It's going to be a matter of taking out Justine and Cruise Ship here. Cruise Ship goes down. They just got to stay on the point. D-Mac of Justine. Looks like PLM not going to be able to get the point. They got it. They got Numbani. It is not a shutout here. Licorice Whip do take Numbani, so it is a 3-1 here for them. They get their first map here of Stage 2, and victory, I think, might be just around the corner, RippinPippin.
I mean, you know, honestly, this Licorice Whip team, there's glimpses of greatness. You know, they have the capabilities to play, and it really shows that there's such a great difference of what Roz is doing for this team, you know, really helping this team kind of grow. And especially early on, like, they have a map win now, a little bit of definitely a morale boost. So I'm hoping, you know, they can take that onto further games. But Echo 6 overall, fantastic job. Definitely won this game, and definitely going to be pushing for the playoffs and gunning for that sixth spot.
Yeah, they absolutely are. So congratulations to them on the win here. So that really, really helps them in their chase for a playoff spot here at the end of Stage 2. But but Licorice Whip, they're ending the match here on a positive note, and that's what you want to see if you're a team going into the next stage of games. Licorice Whip here, ending the game on a high note, taking a map here off of Echo 6, and Licorice Whip here you always want to go in. You'll take a look at the VODs of what happened here. You're going to see what happened in the first two maps, which I think are very, very fixable here on the side of Licorice Whip. Echo 6 here, their Sombra play was just too much for the other team here, for Licorice Whip, and I think if they keep up that Sombra play there, they can mess up some good teams here in the Minors division, RippinPippin.
Oh, for sure. And another thing too, but Brave PLM kind of looking like he was playing Mystery Heroes, right? Like he came out on the Ashe, the Hammond. He kind of pulled out his own Sombra. You know, he's kind of like, he did say himself that he is like the general DPS flex, and he did a fantastic job really filling the positions and filling the needs that this certain comps that Echo 6 wanted to run required.
Yeah, absolutely. So that, I think, is going to be that for us. Hey, congratulations on completing your first cast here in Owlet, RippinPippin. Everybody in Twitch chat, please give him a hand. It was his first cast ever, and he did a fantastic job. So Twitch chat, give your congratulations to him in the Discord too. He'll be in the production channel probably afterwards and in general chat. But any final thoughts here, RippinPippin, on either of these two teams as we close out our cast here?
Well, all right, so I'll start with Licorice Whip. There's obviously like glimpses of improvement. There's like, they're getting better. A win is coming on. I think it's gonna happen eventually, somewhere down this stage. It's gonna happen. I feel it. Honestly, it's just minor things. They just have to enable their Rein. Like Sarah, she's kind of playing out of position at times, and if they were to kind of like stick together and like have Sin City as the diva, or not diva, sorry, the Zarya bubble at like maybe better times when the Rein charges in, like it might help build her own charge up, but also help Rein survive longer and definitely win more fights. As you can see, it is possible because they did it on Volskaya. But just that, yeah, they just seem to like kind of get split a little. They play a little too split, and that seems to be hurting them. But Echo 6, fantastic job. They ran a lot of goats, and you know, they definitely showed that they can run goats. They're a good goats team. Marcus, fantastic Sombra. Their supports have been fantastic. DCO's great Lucio. Samson and Cheese Nips have been great in the main tank position. You know, obviously just as a whole, supports are doing good, your tanks are creating space, and your DPS are getting kills, right? So
Hmm.
just a fantastic job overall from Echo 6, and hope they make the playoffs. Like, hope they make that push.
Yeah, they absolutely do. So, but it is a long stage 2 here. We've got 4 more weeks to go and 8 more games. So Echo 6 here is going to have a bit of a challenge on their hands, but I think they're going to be able to do some good here in the minors division. But that's going to do it for us here today here on my channel. Thank you very much, RippinPippin, for your very, very good cast here from you today. So looking forward to maybe listening more of RippinPippin going forward here in the Owlet tournament. So yes, folks, remember, give him a hand here in chat. It was his first cast, and he did an excellent job. But that's going to be it for us. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. It is a victory for Echo 6. They take this game 3-1 here over Licorice Whip. Licorice Whip showing some improvement, but they've got a little bits to go here. But for RippinPippin, I am Hodohori. Thank you so much today, and we will see you in stage 2, week 2 of the Owlet tournament. Good night, everyone.